And we're live. Welcome to the show. Here we are. Tiffany Fox, Troy Francis, coming at you live and direct. In Miami, it's probably a reasonable hour, but in London, it's like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I see. Dragged your ass on Pearl show. Shouldn't
Yeah.
drag you on. You dragged yourself on.
I know. I was just on Just Pearly Nutsack. So yeah, so this show that we're doing now is a lot later than it was meant to be because I inadvertently ended up going onto Pearl's show by mistake. So, it happens.
He forgot about me.
No, I didn't.
He forgot about all of you.
I was texting you throughout most of the show, wasn't I? To be fair,
you were
texting. I was texting dick pics throughout the show. So yeah, it was.
No, you didn't.
It was quite an interesting show. Did you see a lot of it? Did you have it on the background?
You know, when you told me to like, hey, I'm on Pearl show, and I'm like, oh, that's why we changed the time twice on the crew. I was listening to in the background actually when I downloaded some new templates for Photoshop and everything. So I'm working on a new website with banners and all this other stuff, and it's gonna be really cool. I can't wait. But yeah, no, I was listening to it in the background. It's really interesting.
Some kind of interesting. I mean, there was for some reason there was a load of OnlyFans girls on there last night.
The billionaire one, like.
Sorry?
I was listening to that girl with the billionaire one with the weird haircut and stuff. I don't want to disrespect her. She's probably a really nice girl, but like, I'm like thinking like that looks like a chick you'll see at a biker bar. Like that used to be like the type of chicks I'll see at like Neptune's Net in Malibu when I used to ride Harleys.
She was quite, yeah, she had quite a lot of like what you might call masculine energy. You know, she was quite sort of masculine.
A lot of them did.
Yeah. But she was, she was all right. I mean, she was quite articulate. She was kind of saying her points and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know.
Points, but I'm like sitting there and I'm like, billionaires.
She'd done everything though. She'd been a stripper. She'd been a sugar baby. She'd been she's doing OnlyFans. Apparently, they're kind of basically doing porn, aren't they, on OnlyFans?
Well, I consider it. Sorry, my chest was like
amateur porn.
It's amateur hour, but you know what the crazy thing is OF is killing the corn industry.
Do you know what? I was actually gonna make that point because of what you've told me, and it kind of the topic moved off the conversation, but I was going to bring that into it actually because I thought it'd be an interesting insight to bring up.
I'm always honest. I never lie to you.
No, it's really interesting to understand how the industry's working. But Charlotte is here again. Good to see you, Charlotte. She said, "Hey, Troy and Tiffany, love you. Troy, your laugh sounds so naughty and hot. Yikes, lol, lol. Thank you very much."
Yes.
So yeah, so it's been like quite a fun day for me today because what have I done? Well, I got up, did some work. Then my sister came over this afternoon actually. So one of my sisters was up in London, so I met up with her for a bit, and then went over to do something in. I had to send something over for Pearl, and then the show was going on, so I ended up going on to the show, which was a bit, which is why.
And then he was like, "Sorry, Tiff." So that's why the Discord kind of blew up 4 times.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all his fault.
Well, I got there. I was only gonna stay around at Pearl's for like a 5 minutes, and then it turned out they were doing the show, and I was just like, "Oh fuck it, I might as well try and might as well go on if they got space." So they let me on, so it's quite good. But this is the world of the content creator. You see, you think it's all fun, but no.
I'm making him stay on as long as possible, guys. This is punishment for changing on you guys, canceling on you guys, canceling on me.
Troy Francis, what's up, man? Good to see you, Jake Bushy. Yeah, I might fall asleep before the end, to be honest. But what are we talking about?
I'm gonna slap you. So I actually sent you some screenshots. One of them was the topic is kind of women. It's women weaponizing like sex and like holding it over you guys' heads, So one of them was a screenshot I saw about like a list of chores getting done, and the reward was sex. And then the other screenshot was actually someone from my former industry, actually. And think it was actually really disrespectful to a man, and it's like it's a great example to what type of women men should not go after.
Hold on 1 second. Oh shit. Let me see if I can bring up the chores one. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So this was one of them. Sexual rewards. The sad legacy. I don't know who these people are. The sad legacy of Skinner and Pavlov. But so what was this came off Rollo's page, didn't it?
Yeah, and then I reposted, and then I saw Sterling Cooper repost it. So it's kind of going around at the moment. And the man,
what does it say? That's interesting.
It says sexual rewards: wash dishes plus put away, hand job, look after kids for a whole day, includes feeding dog, nappies. Okay, they're from your country. Let's see. Putting to bed equals blowjob.
Wait a minute. If he hoovers the house, he can
Hoover.
touch her fanny.
Yeah, see, it's so English, guys. Hoover, so Hoover house equals touch fanny, which translated into American ease is because we like to be different. You know, we dumped your tea and said "fuck you guys." Hoover the house translates to vacuum the house. Touch fanny means touch the kitty cat.
And it means touch the vagina. But the thing is, I mean, that's not even like. It's not even that much of a like he gets to touch.
Oh wait, but there's more.
Yeah,
there's food plus put away, fold plus put away washing, equals kisses, and then cook dinner plus clean kitchen equals anything you want. 2 or more jobs or more a day equals sex. What the fuck?
So he's got to do 2 jobs. Well, yeah. So I mean, this. They have this word for this, don't they? In the manosphere, chore play. So instead of foreplay, they call it chore play, which is if you do these chores, then I'll give you sexual favors.
See, like, I'm looking at this as like the woman that likes to like follow the leader type of stuff. I would do all of this shit on the fucking list and be the co-pilot, so the man has all the peace in the world after he gets home from working hard all day. And it's like I'll get all this done, and I'll be like, "Cool, can we smash?"
Yeah, she's a high quality woman. She's a high quality trad woman now.
I'm not. I've always been that type of woman.
Mm.
I cook, I clean, I wash clothes, I do the ironing, I do all that shit.
Exactly. And she smashes.
And I smash. I get on my knees. Like, look, they can have put a white Christmas all over my face and don't even need to put it in me if they make me that happy.
Yeah, it's nearly that time again. I'm trying to get my heater to it. I've got this like a little. Oh, that's better. That's better. Yeah. So, yeah, but I mean, maybe you're a bit of an outlier as far as women are concerned, though, too.
And see, he called me a high value woman. I'm telling you guys, he's trying to get in my pants.
But you are a high value woman. You know, not only have you left the adult entertainment industry, but you're also creating great designs for this course. You're teaching on the course that we're going to be doing. I mean, you're ticking all the boxes.
Oh, you know? So I bring value to you?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, somebody. Anybody got any questions? Put them into the chat. Also, as well, you can still sign up for Magnetic Sexual Confidence, our course, which is actually opening really tomorrow. Is the first day of the live webinars, but you can still join. There's still time to join. The link is there. It will be below as well. MagneticSexualConfidence.card.co. If you go there, have a look at the website now. You can join up. If you've got any questions that you want to ask us about dating, sex, or anything really, put them in the chat, and we will get to them. Somebody asked you, lost your balls.
Yeah, I got them over here in Miami. No, I'm just kidding.
Shut up! You're just adding fuel to the fire now. That's probably what they mean.
I like keeping my irons hot.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, since I started doing the trend, my balls have shrunk quite significantly anyway. So I guess I kind of have lost them. So Charlotte says, I'm glad I'm a high value woman as well. That's good. That's good to know. How old are you, Charlotte? We need to find out some more information.
She's in her early 20s, I think. She's in her early 20s, or she's somewhere in her 20s.
Okay.
So they're upper or lower.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling like she's in her 20s.
She says, I'd never do any of this to a man. It's so cruel.
It is.
If men have to do chores for Fanny, might as well get a prosy. Enough said. Does that need translating for the American audience? He means you might as well pay for a prostitute. You might as well pay for a lady of the night. If you've got to pay, if you've got to do chores to touch her vagina, you might as well just
pay. Or you just might as well leave. Why would you tolerate that?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, she's 20, almost 21.
Early 20s, I called it.
Yeah, she's a young, high-value woman. It's good to know. Good to know. Did you have another thing that we wanted to bring up as well? So anyway, oh, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. There was this one as well. Let's have a look at this.
That just proves that he doesn't read my text messages, guys. He does not pay attention.
Well, I've just been on a show. I've just been on Pearl. I've just been on one of the biggest shows in the manosphere. I mean, you can't be just sitting there reading text messages all day.
Every time you were looking over on camera, you were responding to me. I saw that shit. I just like, he's texting me.
Share screen.
I don't want to make your booty calls jealous, though.
Here we go. All right. So there's this as well. If a man comes too fast before I get the chance to, I expect him to get his mouth and fingers to work. I don't need cock to come, but I do need to come for you to ever get me back into bed. It's pathetic to come and think sex is over. Grow up, get me off too, or you'll never get round to. Okay, so what's your feeling about that then?
I mean, I just think, like, who hurt her? You know what I mean? Like, what happened to you?
Well, you think that that's a bit much, basically.
I think it's too much. I think it's way too much. Like, okay, if you're really into a guy, like, if she's really into you, she wouldn't care about that. Just give her cuddles, kiss her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think
it shouldn't be this sort of like, I mean, yeah, obviously the whole point of it is that both parties are, both parties have a good time. But at the same time, it's not this kind of scoreboard thing where it's like, oh, you came, I didn't. All right, fuck you,
Yeah, no. I mean, it's just like, I just can't believe it. Why would you say that to a man? Like,
all right, so if you, hypothetically, if you are on your period, if it's Shark Week or whatever you call it,
Moon Week,
okay,
and
would you pleasure the man you're with even if you are not able to? Well,
I don't want any oxygen. I will choose the PP over oxygen.
But if you let's just say, I mean, I know obviously you can have sex when you're on your period or whatever, but let's.
How do you know that?
Well, I'm told. People tell me these things, But even if say you don't want to do that because, like, okay, listen, there's a lot of, it's not very pleasant down there. It looks like bloody Vietnam down there. I don't want to do anything down there. But would you still pleasure the guy? Would you like give him a blowjob or even give him a hand job or something like that?
Of course. I mean,
because the reason I mention that is because I had a girl.
I wouldn't focus on the hands too much, but definitely my mouth and action.
Because I had a girlfriend once. This is a few years ago, like a number of years ago, and she basically, when she was on a period, she wouldn't do anything because her view was like, well, if I can't get any action, then why should you?
I get off by giving a blowjob.
So, do you think that I don't think that's usual. I don't think most women are like that. But would you say that
a lot of women are like that? Actually,
it becomes very transactional, though, doesn't it? Because it's a bit like, well, I'm not getting anything, so fuck you, then.
I never thought that way, but a lot of women, a lot of women are like that. But I think it's really selfish. I think, like, you're not really into the man if you don't do it. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, was she into me? I think she was. I think she was. I think she was. I think she.
There's 2 levels of it.
Say again.
I think there's 2 levels of it.
Okay. I mean, she was very hard to get rid of. She was very hard to get rid of.
That's not a team player, Troy. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't think she's a team player, fellas.
Well, obviously she's not. But I mean, when I tried to dump her, and it wasn't because of that. It was for other reasons. But I tried to.
Why'd you dump her?
Sorry.
Why'd you dump her?
Because she was a fucking nightmare. I mean, it wasn't because of that. It was other things.
Okay, you're English. A nightmare can be like 20 billion different things.
Well, she was just, I don't know. She was just very, we weren't compatible. You know, she was just very, she was a pain in the ass, basically.
Should you even freaking take one for the team when you wanted to bring a party of 3?
No, it wasn't even that. It was
That's not fair. What the fuck? You should kick your ass to the curb a long time ago. That's not living your best life, Troy.
A piece of yeah, so basically have you seen in the chat Justin is trying to riz Charlotte because he's like, are you single, Charlotte? And she says, no, I'm engaged, Justin, with a wink. And then he says, good to know. Why you're in this singles chat room if you're taken? And then she says, Troy and Tiffany speaking for everyone, not just singles.
Oh, you're from Los Angeles? I'm from LA too, but I live in Miami now. I went from South Central to Calabasas. Yeah, no, we talk about like we talk to not only singles, but we talk to people that are like into like kink, bringing in a third. Like yeah, I think I'm like bringing out Troy's dark side. I'm not too sure about it though.
Nah, I was very innocent before all this.
I don't know who's gonna corrupt who, guys. Like, put a 1 in the chat if you think Troy's gonna corrupt me. Put a 2 in the chat if you think I'm gonna corrupt him.
I actually spoke to. I was actually talking about. I mentioned you to this girl that I know, who's actually an ex of mine, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you know, Tiffany, blah blah blah," and I was sort of telling some stuff, and she's like, "Oh, you know, you've Andrew Tated her, you know, you've kind of like, I don't know." She was just sort of implying that I'd done some kind of weird like mind tricks on you or something like that, and I was like, "Listen, I was like, look, she's a fucking corn star. How the fuck am I the one who's doing the corrupting? I'm an innocent English gentleman. She's a fucking.
No, the fuck you're not.
So yeah. Anyway, so there's a difference of opinion there, but
you still smash.
Who? My ex-girlfriend? Yeah, obviously. So oh shit. So anyway. So women try to weaponize sex, basically. So I mean, is this something that guys need to look out for? I guess it is. I mean, when you say weaponize sex, what do you mean by that? They're trying to make it using it as a leverage, using it as
leverage. Yeah, like leveraging. Like, I mean, you know, when you hurt her feelings, that's a whole different story. But it's like, when you're weaponizing it, like, well, if you don't do this for me, I'm not going to suck your dick. Oh, if we don't go out to dinner and if you don't take me here, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, well, it's but there are times when a woman is entitled to not have sex, right? You know?
Wait, Justin put a 2 in the chat.
What does that mean? I can't remember which one that was.
Yeah, I can't remember too. Justin, was the 2 for me corrupting him or him corrupting me?
Yeah, I can't remember. But
I want to know who's gonna corrupt who. Troy or Tiff? Is Troy corrupting me or am I corrupting him?
Or tongue stud. It's hot. Is that a tongue stud? You got a tongue stud, haven't you? Yeah, red flag. Red flag.
I lost a bet when I was in college.
Sorry?
I got it because I like eating pussy.
Well, at least you're upfront about it. I mean, there's no hiding.
I mean, I'll never date a girl, but I'll bang the shit out of her. and then send her home in an Uber because I'm like, okay, I'm full. Bye.
Do women eat pussy better than men? Do you think?
I mean, I've had girls tell me I eat it better than a dude.
Yeah. Okay. Single Charlotte. So he says, so you are going to corrupt me, which is look. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense because you are. Well, I'm an English gentleman basically. What do I know about any of this stuff? You're a bloody adult entertainment star from Los Angeles. I mean, fucking hell. It's got red flags all over it, hasn't it? We should have called the course like your red flag guide to red flags or something.
You so fucking X. That's a huge red flag. I got more flags than a communist Chinese parade.
Yeah. We should actually make a course about red flags or something.
We should.
Or
we're both red flags. I think it'll be great. I'm just kidding.
Or when red flags are green flags or something.
He says I'm gonna corrupt you. But Neptune's net is the bomb lobster roll. Fuck yeah, it is. He knows what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Neptune's net's a biker bar in Malibu.
Oh,
I used to ride Harleys.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's another red flag, isn't it? Lobster roll. Do they do good lobster roll there?
California girl. What?
Do they do good lobster roll there?
They do.
Nice. I love a good lobster roll.
I know a lot of good places. Next time, if we go up to the Northeast again, I'll take you to Rhode Island and I'll take you to a good lobster spot. And there's also Cape Cod in Massachusetts. And
or you could come to London and we could go to Burger Lobster.
Oh, I miss that place.
Which is also really good. And they do a really good lobster roll.
That place is good. I got to get my papers sorted. That's why you guys got to buy the course so Tiffany can go to London and go to Burgers and Lobster. And
we'll vlog it. We'll make content while she's eating the burger.
Oh my God. Or when I get stoned and eat a bunch of hobnobs with tea or banana milk.
I don't even think banana milk is like well known as a British thing, to be honest. I mean, hobnobs.
I love banana milk. I haven't had it.
I don't think banana milk's really like it. It's not quintessentially a British thing. I don't think, to be honest.
I never had it. I love it.
I mean, what is a British thing? There's like tea, scones, jam, cream, those things.
Got crackers on Christmas.
Have you had a proper British afternoon tea?
I did actually.
Did you like it?
I loved it, and I really miss Sunday roast.
You know the double meaning of roast in England as well, like spit roast.
You know my birthday is steak and blowjob day. I'm dead serious. Google it.
That's a real thing, isn't it? That's a real thing. Well, that's appropriate, isn't it?
It's from your country, though.
Is that an English thing? Is that British?
It is.
Yeah, I mean...
How do I know it's British and you don't? You're ashamed of your people.
Well...
They should have deported you and not me.
Wait a minute. All right, here we go. Charlotte sent some pictures of herself. I've sent pictures of you to feel free to share with Troy. Okay, let's have a look.
Why did she send me nudes? Let's go. Hold on.
Are they nudes? We can't accept them. If they're not nudes, we won't be able to accept them, I'm afraid.
Oh my God, you're such a dirty man. Put in one in the chat if you think Chore should take me to dinner. And pay for it.
I mean, fucking 3,000 miles away. How far away is this? Let me have a look. It's a long way anyway.
Oh, she's adorable. She's a little golden egg.
I'll put it in Google Maps, see how long it takes me.
Adorable. Oh, wait,
no, don't try it on the stream. She's trying to stay anonymous.
Wait, hold on. Here's the cartoon. Well, you can't really see it because it's blurred, so.
WhatsApp it. Send it to me on WhatsApp.
I'll send it to you on WhatsApp. She's adorable.
Miami is so far away. It's not even on Google Maps. It's not even telling me. It's not even possible to get there. Oh, here we go. Actually, hang on.
You should commandeer one of those dinghies that the migrants take to your country and be like Gilligan and come over on the dinghy.
Hey?
Gilligan's Island? Oh my God, you don't know Gilligan's Island? Are you serious?
It's 4,400 miles away. That's a long way.
Oh, you better start shaking your ass on that freaking stripper pole. I think Justin's right. I think I'm going to corrupt you.
Oh, she's cute. She's cute.
Yeah, she's adorable.
Is she? Are you American, Charlotte?
Yeah, she's in Washington.
Oh no, I know she's in Washington, but I'm saying is she a Native American? I guess not Native American. I mean, you know, like a.
I think she might be ethnically either Native American or Hispanic.
No, that's what I was wondering if she's American or if she's, you know. But anyway, but Charlotte, out of interest, why are you watching this? Like, how did you get drawn into this content? Like, why are you watching us? Not that you shouldn't be. It's great that you're here, but what is it? What is it about? Do you watch other people who are in this kind of similar space, or what's the vibe? Just out of interest, a little bit of audience research. Yeah, I think the thing with women are basically you want to try to avoid women who are going to pull this kind of stuff on you. And I mean, generally speaking, you want to set the frame early on, or at least if you find, I mean, look, sometimes you might end up on a date with somebody and then you realize during the day, okay, she's kind of manipulative, or I think the vibe is not quite right with her. But then you need to cut that shit off. Do you know what I mean? And even if she's really hot, you've got to be prepared to walk away, because you've got to have those boundaries in place where it's like, all right, look, this woman, even if she's attractive, the way she's behaving, I don't think this is going to end very well. Because if people start showing you disrespect in other ways, that's not going to get any better, is it? You know, as it goes forward. So if you discover, I don't know, you spend some intimate time with her and you discover that she's kind of somebody who's weaponizing sex, or she's using it as a bargaining tool or whatever, really you need to have the self-respect to walk away from that situation, because it doesn't say very good things about her, does it?
Yeah, I think honestly y'all should. Justin says you should take me to dinner and pay for it. But no, you're definitely right. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe though you should maybe like talk to her and be like, "Why are you like this?" Because maybe she might not know she's like that. I don't know. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Or she probably doesn't realize how rude it sounds because she's never been told, or maybe that's like a learned behavior because she saw her mother do it. Oh shit! I can't move my eyebrows. I just got Botox on my forehead. I got to compete with the Tide Pod generation. You red pill guys. Tell these now 20-year-olds plus. Sorry, Charlotte, you grew up in the Tide Pod generation, but that's the generation. That the manosphere guys say, "Hey, go after." So I gotta like compete with that.
Well, you know, unfortunately, the younger generation is getting more and more nuts. But, you know,
there's hope for you guys in the 30s.
Well, some hope. All you got to do is look at a girl like a damn human being and have some sexual discipline. You will see how far that takes you. How do you mean?
Sexual discipline.
Charlotte says, knew of you try on Rollo's show a couple of times, was intrigued, but with you the most. Then followed you, never made it on time for a live. Well, it's good that you're here now. It's good that maybe we need to keep doing these lives, because I think this time actually the audience is a bit smaller now.
Because the most viewer time is at 5 p.m. and you.
Yeah. Oh, but it's worked out well for Charlotte, because lately I've gotten away for the last couple of times. Was happy this one was late, since it might be wild to catch a live again. Study's killing me. Lol. What are you studying? Out of interest. Justin's in with the Riz again. Sneak out with me, Charlotte. Let me romance you. That would be great if we could get a couple together on the stream. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? And then they can come back and they can tell their wedding story and all that kind of shit.
Oh my god, yeah, no, that'd be great. I'd love to do that.
Like, how did you meet? Well, it was on this amazing stream with Troy Francis and Tiffany Fox, and we just kind of fell in love, you know.
Yeah, we met on Rolo Show.
What we could do, actually, if Justin, if you want to send a dick pic to Charlotte, then you could send it via Tiff. I'll put Tiffany's WhatsApp in the. I think you're muted. She's muted. Oh, fuck's sake.
Send Chore the dick pic.
No, don't send. No.
Send him the dick pic. Send it to him. No, don't send it to me. Send it to that motherfucker.
Is sending all right, Tiffany? Is sending a dick pic ever a good idea?
No, not unless she asks for it.
Right. Okay.
Which I want mine after the show. No, I'm just kidding.
But like unsolicited or early on.
No. Don't send dick pics like unless she asks. Don't do that. Because like me personally, like if a guy sends me a dick pic, like after like I just meet him, I run.
But what if you've already got intimate with him? Does that make a difference?
No.
It's still a slightly odd thing to do, isn't it?
No, like let the dynamic build, but let her ask for it. Like, hey, I'm missing your dick, daddy. Can you send it to me? You know what I mean? Then, snap.
Yeah,
I think it's different for women though. Like let's like reverse the roles. If a woman sends a picture of her tits, right? That's unsolicited, but she knows the guy wants to fuck her and stuff. It's the double standard there, because it's like guys are always like, "Oh my god, there's boobs," they all instantly turn retarded.
Yeah, but I mean, well, guys are just more visual. Guys are just more visual anyway, aren't they? So guys are going to be more welcoming of that just naturally.
Yeah.
Not that women aren't, but it's I don't know.
I mean, there's some women, like if I smash someone a couple times, and I'm like, them, I'm like, ooh, I miss it. Send it to me.
But to be honest, I mean, if a girl just sends me unsolicited a picture of a vagina, is that particularly hot?
I mean, I don't know. I think booby pictures are better than fanny pictures, because it's because sometimes it looks like a pastrami sandwich, and it's like that's not cute unless you pull it back.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like getting a close-up picture of like a kebab or something. I mean, you don't really.
Or sending a picture of your shriveled up balls, We're such terrible people.
Yeah, so I mean, if a woman was to send a picture, I mean, a tit picture is better, but then wouldn't that be similar if a guy sends a shirtless picture or something like that? I mean, that's a bit more maybe.
I mean, I like seeing some muscle. I like seeing some men tatas. Justin says tick pics are welcome. Mackie Roll says even if she asks, just say come check it in person.
Yeah, well, I think you can. I mean, I personally, I'm from this boomer generation. I just find it a little bit. I'm not really that keen on sending pictures of my junk around, to be honest. I mean,
when nap time used to be a punishment, now it's your favorite pastime.
Well, it's just a bit like I'm not sure I want just random pictures of my dick being, the people have. I mean, I don't know. It seems a bit. I think this is where I'm quite degenerate, but I think Oh,
I know.
But I think this is where the sort of the old school thing comes through a little bit. It just seems a little bit odd, sending pictures of your fucking genitalia to people. But
yeah, I don't think genitalia is cool, but I think it's something of like a tease when I see the little V line. You know what I mean?
That's you can do that. You can do that.
V line's hot.
Having sexual discipline means stop thinking with your dick and have some respect for yourself. Once you start being picky on the type of girls you want, women will naturally crave your approval. Yeah, I mean, there's to some extent, yeah. I mean, there's some truth in that. You don't want to be this like just thirsty kind of fucking hound dog who's just going around sniffing everybody. I mean, you want to be you want to be a bit discerning. You want to have some standards.
Basically, don't be like Chore and go sniff everybody's asses, okay, guys?
Exactly. I did this video the other day. I was walking down in the street, and because I couldn't edit it because I had some problems with the software. So anyway, so I put the video up, and the bit at the beginning, this woman just walks past me. I started doing the video, and this woman just walks past me, and she gets in the shot and everything. So I stop. I kind of look at her going past, and then I just carry on. There's something right underneath, like, oh, look at you sniffing that blonde. It's like I wasn't sniffing her. I was like just looking at her, like really, like kind of annoyed, to be honest, because she just got in the fucking shot.
Oh, they're trying to compare you to the president that sniffs little kids.
Probably, yeah. Probably is some kind of reference to that. But it
and we're banned.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Charlotte says, I actually showed myself naked on cam to an LA lawyer and he got off so quickly, was distant afterwards because it wasn't intentional. He was only curious because he was wondering if I was trans. Wait a minute. I showed myself naked on cam and he got off so quickly. Was distant afterwards. Wait a minute. He was distant. Because he was distant. He came off more quickly. He was curious. How do you mean he was curious because he wondered if you were trans? He was like, "Oh, can I just check if you're trans?" And then he got it out, and then he's like, "All right, I'm just going to jack off now."
Did he try to touch second or third base? No, it's third base. Did he try to go for third base?
What, this Charlotte guy? No, sorry, this lawyer guy. But well, they were
the lawyer guy tried going for third base. It doesn't sound like he tried going for third base.
Well, they weren't in the same physical place, were they? She was on a cam. She was on
a yeah, she was on a cam.
Was this somebody you were seeing? Was this for a dating app, or how did this situation come about? Or were you asking for legal advice and then it kind of just escalated?
I can't move my forehead. Ow.
Yeah, this is the troubles with Botox. I probably need to get some more Botox myself. Actually, I haven't had it.
You need to drink more water.
Yeah, well,
you drink more Diet Coke than you drink water.
Diet Coke, guys. Diet Coke. Trump used to drink Diet Coke all the time.
You did that the whole time. I saw you in Miami, and when I was in New York with you. Every day you went to the store to get a 2-liter of Diet Coke.
It's the drink of champions. It's the drink of Donald Trump. You've actually got to the Trump rally, haven't you?
I was going to go to the Trump rally, but I didn't want to go by myself, and I had 2 tickets.
So what? Have you still got them?
I mean, they're in my email, but it's I got to register to go to the next one. I want to go to Trump rally, though.
Well, when is it?
I got to see whenever he comes back to Miami, which he lives in Florida, so.
Yeah, I would probably go just for the banter. It'd be quite funny if I was there.
I wanted to take you actually, if you actually flew back and stuff, it would have been amazing if I took you to the Trump rally and be like, yeah, May, I'm from England. Hello, Governor. I love Donald Trump.
I think it would be kind of interesting thing to go to be fair.
It'd be great. I want to take you to a Trump rally. We got to go.
Make America great again.
See, even across the pond, people that understand American politics, W.
Yeah, well, I don't really understand. I mean, I understand it a bit. There's a lot. They report on it a lot over here. They do talk. Well, obviously, I mean, with the likes of Trump and everything. But you think he's going to get back in?
They're trying to disbar him as much as they can.
Is he going to be allowed to run? I mean, well, that's the thing.
I think he's going to be able to run, but they're trying to do what communist countries do with imprisoning the political opponent. I mean, it's been done in history before, so it's I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get our channels kicked from YouTube. Because it's that time of the year where they start purging accounts.
But you think that there's a plot afoot, right? He's a straight man. He finds trans attractive and hates that. He finds me attractive and was wondering. He didn't want to get off. But I still don't understand the story, right? So you, are you kind of in some kind of situationship with him? I mean, how does it get to the point where, why would you get naked on camera for this dude? I mean, I don't know, maybe, and then. You saying that he just did he jack off or did he just ejaculate? Because he was. But why, if he finds trans attractive, but presumably he finds women attractive as well, because he realized you didn't have the bits. The whole story is, oh, wait a minute. We met on a Twin Peaks talk show. Had a slight crush on him despite not knowing what he looked like. His voice was so hot. Okay, all right, fair enough. All right. It's becoming clearer.
She a kinky one. If I had a Don DeMarco, you would totally get it, Charlotte.
This is the kind of thing that we want, though, really. These kind of stories.
Yeah, maybe we can have Charlotte and her dude on a stream sometime. We gotta find couples. We gotta find couples and bring them on our stream. We gotta do it.
The dude is someone else, though. I think the dude isn't the same guy.
No, but her fiance, because if she's that kinky, her fiance must be kinky. I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure she brings him bitches. I'd be that bitch too. Wait, let's see. Is there any more comments? Oh, no, quick. Oh wow, Justin's
That's interesting.
What?
Ooh.
What?
I've just found a very kinky Instagram
I want to see the page.
Hang on,
I want to see the page.
I don't know, I just randomly found this.
I love how he's that bored of me. He starts looking on Instagram.
During a stream.
Yeah, right.
Terribly unprofessional, but...
Yeah, you said it yourself. You took the words out of my mouth.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Right, so, anyway. Women trying to weaponize sex. But, I mean, not all women are going to do this.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just found that. Maybe we can put it in the chat.
They allow tits on this page? That's crazy. I just saw nipples and everything. I feel like that sometimes when I edit some of the video footage I have, like there's this areolist and everything, and they're wearing like super sheer stuff. And I saw the outline of her boobs, and she just had pasties on. And then like you see the thong. And it barely covers her bits. Now I'm like, I love my job.
So basically, guys, if you go to this link here, we found a very just randomly, because I was just got distracted. I was searching Instagram. We found a very kinky.
Oh, your buddy's in here. What's up, James?
Oh shit!
What? Did you do something you weren't supposed to do?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I think I broadcast on his channel by mistake. I think. Oh, what a fucker. Jesus Christ. You see, I shouldn't be doing this so late. That's the problem. I shouldn't be operating.
You just need to have my stuff too in case you are tired, so I can broadcast it on my end.
I shouldn't be operating heavy machinery.
Stop being a pansy. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Chore should grow a pair of balls from his tiny ones he has, apparently. Got him all unprofessional on his phone, guys. Let's shame Troy.
That's so weird. So weird. Oh, shit. I better text him. And let him know. All right, say something, Tiff. You've got to keep the party going.
That's so funny. I'm so sorry. I just like my head went space when you just broadcasted on James' channel. That's so fucking funny. Sorry, James. No, but you know what? I'm actually really excited for this course because we have a dude actually in the chat that's married. And he has like closed on his end, closed on her end. And the questions that he asks actually are in our modules. I like was able to talk to a couple guys. Like, I don't know. I just like really like that we touched on all the subjects. Like I'm super excited for the kink one. I'm
Yes.
so excited for that one, especially for the boot camps. Have you been looking up how to do your knots? Do I need to order you some Amazon
Shiburu.
link? Yeah.
Yeah, Shiburu, I think they call it. They were talking about that on the stream with Pearl before, actually. Or the woman was saying, some woman on there was saying like, oh, you know, if your relationship goes a bit stale, you know, these are the things you need to do. You can do the Shiburu knots. You can have a nice bath together. You can get candles, drip the candles on each other, all that sort of shit. You know?
I love the hot candle wax.
Yeah, there is something about hot candle wax actually. It's quite
I
nice.
like the hot candle wax. I like the shiburi. I like the cuffs too.
Don't you think the shiburi is a little bit like it seems like it's quite a lot of hard work, isn't it? You know, figuring out all those knots and all that kind of shit.
It's kind of grapey, but I kind of like it.
But that's I mean, is that why you like it though? Because there's this air of like
no, I mean like you know what? Like I like literally had like like in the industry and stuff. I kind of wanted to do this thing and call it the perfect date. And like do a set like a picnic table and then put like duct tape over my mouth and then just tie my hands up and just like smile.
And that's the perfect date.
The perfect date and have a white van in the background that says free candy.
Yeah, I don't know about the free candy bit, but you know.
My sense of humor is absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I think I think putting the tape over your mouth, that would definitely improve things.
Cyberella, it's the norm. What do you mean by it's the norm?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
What is the norm? Women being weirdos? No, it's not. I mean, it is normal for women to be weirdos, but it's not really too often where women like me are like, yeah, dude, I'm fucking weird.
Well, how weird are you?
I'm pretty weird.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
9.
Okay, that's pretty weird. That's
because nobody's perfect.
Yeah, it's the new norm, BDSM. I mean, I don't know really. I mean, BDSM's been around for a long time. It's not like it's something new, is it? I mean, this kind of shit's been around for ages, right?
Oh yeah, it's also like polyamory and polygamy has been around since like before the Bible actually came out in text words. It's been like that since before the Emmanuel scripts, which is like the picture Bible. And so like even like kingdoms and stuff, like the king and queen weren't monogamous to each other. And then like BDSM came from like crazy orgy parties they did back in the day.
With Troy, I turning 50 in 3 weeks.
The golden year. You guys are both over the hill.
The golden shower. The golden shower year.
Oh, you're R. Kelly. Okay, I see where you're going with that.
Seems it's mainstream now, maybe with the 50 Shades movie. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, 50 Shades. 50 Shades is quite a while ago now, though, wasn't it? When 50 Shades came out.
Yeah, with Sasha Grey, I think was in it.
No, Sasha Grey wasn't in 50 Shades of Grey.
She wasn't? Oh, never mind. Yeah, no, I've never seen that.
No, you're associating 2 different things. She was great, though. I mean, you talk about great corn performers. I mean, Sasha Grey's got to be up there as one of the, you know.
Yeah, no, I never seen that, but I think it's becoming more accepted because I think it was always like more taboo, and then also like the hierarchies used to participate a lot in it.
I think it's always been around. I mean, it's been around for centuries, you know. But maybe it's a bit more. I mean, like everything.
I had probably like the first guy or the second guy I ever slept with. I don't know. It's been like 15 years now, but he left me. Like he didn't want to sleep with me anymore because I told him I wanted to be tied up.
Really?
Yeah. He literally like ran out the door.
And that was when you
I mean, I was underage, but back then I didn't know it meant statutory.
And so what age was that?
I was like 16. He was like 21. The
Well,
age
that
of
would be
consent was
legal.
18 in California.
That would be legal in the UK, just about.
No, I think it's legal in the UK, but it wasn't legal where I was living.
God
Like
damn.
when he found out I was like 16, 17, like he literally blocked me on MySpace. He blocked me on MySpace and he blocked me on Facebook.
What? Because you wanted to be tied up?
Well, that and then I was also underage.
But did he know that?
I thought he knew.
Hmm. Okay. In the book, the man was well over 50s. Are we talking about the 50 Shades of Grey? I don't know about the
50
original.
Shades of Gay.
Sasha Grey was great in Open Windows with Elijah Wood. Haven't seen it. But she's kind of gone mainstream, hasn't she? She kind of, I don't know how successful she's been, but she's kind of gone mainstream as an actress, I think.
Yeah, and here I am going into the Manosphere Red Pill stuff as the freaking P star that got red pilled.
You would think. Well, I don't know. I mean, it always surprised me a little bit.
What, me?
When Sterling and now you telling me like, oh, the corn industry is quite woke. You know, it seems sort of counterintuitive. You'd think it would be kind of anything goes in a way. You know.
Me and Sterling are the bigots in the industry. But a lot of people are closet bigots. I mean, we're not bigots, but it's just, just a joke with the woke culture. He says the book. And your response to you. Yeah, guys. Troy's loving his phone. So if you have any questions, drop in the chat.
Yeah. Any questions? Any questions about dating, sex, or women weaponizing sex or anything else? Put them into the chat, and we will endeavor to answer them. Otherwise, Magnetic Sexual Confidence is open now, and you can still, you've got 20 hours left, I think, to jump on board, something like that. So you've got a bit of time, but not very much time. So go to the website, which let's put the thing in the chat again, and you can still join up at the moment, but time is of the essence, guys.
Have you ever weaponized sex, Troy?
No, I don't know. I mean, how would I do that? Here we go.
You never weaponized it.
I don't think so. No. How can you? I don't. So there you go. That is the link, magneticsexualconfidence.card.co. So have a look at that link. Go through now. Look on the page. Find out all the information about the course, and then get on the course because we're going to be teaching from tomorrow night. We're going to be teaching some live webinars, which are going to be like this, but hopefully I'm going to be more awake. And secondly, they're going to be even more no holds barred because we're going to be able to talk about anything, and we're going to answer everyone's questions, and we're just going to get into the nitty gritty with everybody.
It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. The debauchery.
It's going to be degenerate. But degenerate in a good way,
We should do that for our next course for the degenerates like us.
Yeah, we should do just a guide to degeneracy course.
Yeah, since that one guy's been tweeting you about us being degenerates, let's if they're watching, let's give them a show.
Exactly. Anybody else? Anybody got any further questions or anything you want us to cover in the stream?
I don't think I've ever weaponized sex though. I think I told the guy I'm really not into it right now because he really freaking pissed me off and I had zero sex drive.
What did he do?
What did he do? He was just really rude and nasty to me at the restaurant. Disrespected me in front of people.
Was he a McDonald's worker? Was this when you were dating that McDonald's worker?
Never dated a McDonald's worker. No, it was this guy, as soon as he put a ring on my finger to get married to me and everything, engaged with me, he flipped upside down. He had a closet opioid addiction. It was really bad.
Wow. Everyone's got to have a hobby.
Have a what?
A hobby.
Oh yeah, I mean I cannabis, but
Yeah. Are you cutting down?
Yeah, because I'm not bleeding for 7 days and not dying, so of course.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I mean, like, I smoked this morning because I had to have my face like relaxed for Botox and everything. Like when she was sticking all these needles in my face.
Yeah.
I have to compete with the Tide Pod girls. You know what I mean? Like Gen Z, I gotta compete with that. I gotta get needles in my face.
We're all trying to compete. Well, like somebody said on Reddit about us, like there's two old people trying to sell young people their whatever it was, like their advice or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not old. I mean, you know, men and women go through midlife crises at the same age that me and Troy are. That doesn't mean that we're old.
I've been through many midlife crises, to be honest.
I'm going through my first one with getting Botox and leaving the industry.
Getting Botox is not a big deal. I mean, you know, it's not the biggest deal in the world.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yeah, I got some needles in my face and shit. I'm not gonna be like some girls like, oh yeah, my face is naturally like this. Bitch, no, you go see a doctor to make your face like that.
You've had a few pricks in your face, haven't you? I mean,
yeah, I got it like right here.
Yeah.
And then I got it here, and then I got it like here today. So smooth it out.
You look good. You look good. You look good.
I try to. Thank you.
Yeah, I need to get mine done again. As I said, I've not had it done for a little while, so I might get something done while I'm over here. Cyber says they say you're not ugly, you're just poor. What if I'm both?
What if I'm both? Oh. Okay, so I have a question. Would you guys rather be ugly and have a lot of money, or would you rather be like super hot and live mediocre? I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, it's a tough question, really. I suppose theoretically, if you were super hot, maybe you could use that to make some money with. But I think ultimately, but I think ultimately, it's probably better just to have the money. I don't know. It depends how ugly are we talking, you know?
How ugly are we talking? I'm like, here's what these guys say. Let's see. Super hot because you can make money. Botox. I love natural. I love those wrinkles on men and women. Turn on since I love older men and women. Yeah, I like older men.
How older?
20 years is my cap.
Okay.
20 years.
Here we go. So Charlotte's like, Botox, I love natural. I love those wrinkles on men and women. Turn on since I love older men and women. Well, I mean, don't worry. I mean, the you know, you get a bit of Botox, the wrinkles are still going to show through after a while anyway, so it's fine. Not on Tiffany, I mean, just generally, you know. Hell yeah, Troy. Right, okay. So Mackie Roll says super hot, of course, because it's easier to find ways to make money than to become hot. Well, but I mean, you know what you could do though. Another way of looking at it is, depending on how ugly you were and what the nature of the ugliness was, if you had a load of money, you might then be able to get some cosmetic procedures to make you look better. So you could do it that way around. But this other person, Iowa X, says ugly and rich, which I probably ultimately.
He pretty much just described Gary the numbers guy.
Exactly. Exactly. And look at that guy. He's winning on all fronts. So
I think the wife is staying with him for the money.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Any more comments? Any more things that you want us to cover?
That's just so fucking funny. We should do a course about degeneracy.
Well, that's kind of what this is, really.
I mean, we're a perfect example of degeneracy, but Hey, you know what though? There's two types of degenerates. Okay, there's degenerates that are like complete assholes, off the hinges, all this other stuff, not sober. Me and Troy are a different type of like degenerates. Like we don't drink, we don't do drugs.
Well, you do.
I mean, I smoke pot, but I mean, you drink Diet Coke, so it's like caffeine. Oh, there's no caffeine in it. No, there is caffeine, but there's no sugar in it.
Mm.
Haha, you're addicted to something else.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I'm
Gotcha, bitch. That's good.
Mick Jagger. Well, is Mick Jagger really ugly though?
Mick Jagger is like 78, 80 years old though, too.
But even when he was younger, I mean, he's not actually ugly. He's not bad looking, actually.
Put an old picture up of Mick Jagger. Let's do smash or pass for all the ladies inside. Let's do smash or pass.
What, now or when he was younger?
Yeah, no, let's do it now. Smash or pass. Let's go, Charlotte. I wanna see if you would smash or pass on the picture that Troy pops up. And any other ladies that are in here, or there's dudes that are like Destiny that bat for both teams.
This isn't the greatest picture, actually. Well, where's it? Is that? Oh, that's not bad.
I don't want to sound biased, but we're pretty fucking funny. Shit, I didn't mute it. Sorry, guys.
Oh, shit. Right. Okay, here we go.
He's trying to find a good picture of Mick Jagger. See, that's how you already know he's ugly.
All right, there we go. There we go.
Pass.
Yeah,
I wouldn't smash.
you wouldn't?
No.
He's a British icon, though.
I still want to smash it.
All right,
I've had ugly dudes come up with me with a lot of money and stuff. Never smashed.
Well, let's find a younger picture.
Didn't smash. Huh?
Let's find a younger picture. Oh, actually, that one's no good either.
See, that's what I mean. He's ugly, Troy.
There's a picture of him here with Harry Styles. What do you think about Harry Styles?
No.
You're not feeling that?
I'd rather smash Daniel Radcliffe. I'll smash Harry Potter.
Look at this one here. All right, so out of the two of them,
I don't like the long hair.
Yeah.
Long hair. No, like cut that shit off.
Yeah.
Like if you had long hair, I'd be looking at you like, Troy, you need to cut that shit off.
I'm gonna grow it then.
Don't grow it. That's like me saying I'll shave my head like Britney Spears.
Sorry?
That's like me saying I'll shave my head like Britney Spears.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, see, exactly. Looks like my aunts. Harry Styles wears dresses. Even Charlotte's like, pass. He's a great performer, but never really attractive. Facts. Let's see. Harry Styles has that celebrity riz.
All right, what about this one? Young Mick Jagger.
Behaviors. Harry Styles, pass. Charlotte knows what's up. Hold on, let me see. Who's that? Who's that?
That's Mick Jagger when he was younger.
I still want to smash it.
I mean, that's not the greatest picture. Let me try one more.
He's really trying to get me to say I smash Mick Jagger, y'all. Like, what the fuck?
Well, not even just you. I don't know, man. I'm just like, I think he wasn't.
Like, you're scaring Charlotte too. You're gonna give the poor girl nightmares tonight.
I mean, oh, fucking hell, man. All right. What about this one?
He's trying so hard, guys.
It's not even that. It's just I don't think people think that he's ugly, but I don't think he was really ugly. You know.
You know who I definitely hit the smash button on? The guy that played Captain America. And Channing Tatum too.
Yeah, but I mean, these are just fucking obvious ones, you know.
If I saw Channing Tatum at the Waterloo station, I would pull him inside the family restroom and just fucking undo his fucking belt buckle. Okay, Mick Jagger. Is he over 18 in this photo?
I don't know.
I can't comment on that then.
But he's I don't think he's not bad looking, is he?
I think Charlotte can comment on that. Charlotte, what would you do? He's closer to your age in that picture. Those lips though, those lips are thick. Okay, the lips. Okay. You know what? The lips. I give the lips a 10.
Oh really?
Just the lips.
Oh wait a minute. So Charlotte's coming through. Charlotte's just she loves Dave Gahan of Depeche Mode, super hot and still is in his 60s.
Oh,
Yeah,
Depeche Mode. You just hit Troy's fancy spot with music.
exactly. So Dave Gahan does look really good. Let's have a look at Dave Gahan then. I don't know. This stream has just descended into this looking at celebrity men, which is a bit odd. But
I don't know. Let's put the women. Let's see. Let's put the women.
Al, who can we look at?
Avril Lavigne.
Oh shit! No, she's not good now. She's not good.
Dude, when she was like in her late 20s, she looked fire as fuck. I'd pick her up at a bar.
I mean, she was all. She was all right. I mean, she's not my favorite really.
Everyone thinks Angelina Jolie is hot.
She was.
She was hot in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I reckon so.
She was hot. I'm not sure now. I don't know who I think is hot now, really, females.
Freaking the bimbo that plays Wednesday.
All right, here's a Dave Gahan picture.
Yeah, that's smash.
That was obviously he was a bit younger there.
I smashed the younger one. I smash. I think it's like the suit, the way the hair is done. All right, guys, take some note right now. So to get a lady to go back with you and stuff, let's talk about some magnetic sexual confidence here. The way you dress, number one, what ladies look at. Number two, ladies look at skin. Like, do you take care of yourself? Do you do extracurricular activities like substances that might fuck up your skin? Any wise woman, if she notices you do any extracurricular activities, next, liability. Hair, nicely groomed. Face, nicely shaved, all that other shit. He probably smells good too. Like, okay, and I'm pretty sure with that suit, he probably wears nice shoes. Boom. You dress like that, 9 out of 10, she'll go home with you.
Yeah, well, he's always been well dressed and looking good.
Yeah, I'll tap that.
They're getting on a bit now though.
The sexual market decline.
Yeah, well, let's have a look.
He gotta find a younger bird to take care of him, or he gotta hire someone to take care of him. Go in the world shitting in diapers, you're gonna go out shitting in diapers. Either make money for someone to take care of you, or get someone to take care of you.
All right, that's a more recent picture.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. That looks like he just got like dusted and posted it on a shelf. That's like hitting the wall for women.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, that's maybe not the greatest picture, but
Troy, you're not batting for these fellows that hard though. Like,
well, look, you can't go wrong. Depeche Mode, classic British group. They're from Essex. Fucking hell. I mean, what more can you want? Sarah Michelle Gellar. She used to be hot. Gillian Anderson. Yeah, in the 90s. Emma Watson.
She was hot until she like when she hit like maybe like 20 to like 23. Yeah, but then she became a feminist, and that's when she didn't really become that hot.
Yeah. Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Connelly. I mean, Jennifer Connelly was hot back in the Requiem for a Dream days. I'm not really sure now. I don't know who I think is hot now. What's that bird called? Olivia Rodrigo. I think Taylor Swift's quite hot actually. What? What? Are you not feeling it?
If she wasn't like super far on the other end of the pendulum, probably.
I think Olivia Rodrigo's quite. Do you know the singer?
No, show her. Anything similar for when the guy opens his mouth? Oh yeah, I gotta be polite. If he's rude and all other stuff and disrespectful, no, I gotta go. Don't matter how hot he is. I try to be nice to women my age. Just be nice to all women. Actually, you should be nice to all people in period if they're nice. You know what I mean?
I don't know really. Oh, that's quite a good one.
He's like really trying to find a good picture of her.
Man, I'm too tired. I can't do all this shit.
He's always struggling to find a decent picture of somebody. He's like trying to glorify people that are like 4s and the like 8s right now. He's trying to
I've
give
lost
hope
the
for
tab now. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Right.
I got all the Taylor Swift albums. Also, Anna Taylor Joy is hot.
Oh, yes. She's quite hot. All right, what do we think of this one?
What, you want to toss her around like a football or what? That's toss her around like a football. She sounds like sounds like a fun bike ride and then leave at a park bench.
Let's have a look at Anya Taylor-Joy. She's pretty cute. She looks kind of like an alien, but in a good way.
I think Mina Kunis is hot.
Well, I mean, again, the problem is
she's Persian too, or no, she's Ukrainian.
No, she's
actually.
Ukrainian. She's Ukrainian.
Yeah, no. I corrected myself. I said Ukrainian.
No, she is hot, but they're all a little bit. A lot of these women, they're all a bit past their prime now. The ones you're mentioning.
I don't know these younger people.
Sorry,
I know like the girl that played Wednesday, Jenna Ortega. I think she's pretty cute. I don't know, like all things that are morbid though.
Right, Anya Taylor-Joy. I don't know what's going on there. Hang on a sec. Oh. Well, this is unsatisfactory. We don't want to see that. Yeah, anyway, she's pretty hot as well.
I'd hit it.
Definitely.
Sounds like I gotta have some Bloody Marys next year.
I'm sorry?
I gotta have some Bloody Marys next year.
I don't think who else is attractive as a female. I don't know. Who's hot? Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa? Oh, come on. She's quite famous. Dua Lipa, English. Well, she's Albanian, actually, but British Albanian singer.
You know you're 3% well, don't you?
She's hot, man. Hang on, let me find it. You must know Dua Lipa. She's had some big songs.
I listen to like a lot of shit that you'd probably really hate.
Well, she's a bit she's very poppy. She's like pop dancey type stuff. So
I don't really listen to pop dancey stuff. I listen to more like I Prevail, Bring Me the Horizon, A Day to Remember. Like more like hard rock, hardcore bands. Memphis Mayfire. I mean, I'm burnt out on dance music, but Train Hoboy calls me up. Oh my god, we gotta go to the club again, guys. Okay. You deserve, what is this? You deserve a lot more recognition. Who deserves a lot more recognition? Anne Hathaway was hot. I agree.
But again, you see, we're all choosing.
Was Mina Kunis is very tiny and fit. I met her at a liquor promotion a few years ago.
Who did you did?
No, I'm reading the comments. See, like, I don't know, it's weird. I didn't really meet too many female celebrities when I lived in LA. I met more male celebrities.
Well, no surprises there.
I used to work at the cannabis industry. Like, my booth, like, my company got hired to work these private parties.
All right, Dua Lipa.
Smash.
Yeah, she's hot.
Smash.
I love Dua Lipa. Great music. Yeah, Mila Kunis is very tiny and fit. I met her at a liquor promotion a few years ago. Well, Ukrainian genes, the Ukrainians are some of the best. But again, getting on a bit. All of these people that they're mentioning, they're all kind of getting on a bit. We need we need fresh blood. We need fresh talent.
Because nobody really likes Gen Z. Sorry, Charlotte. I'm sorry. I have to like tease Gen Z a little bit just because I think I'm a little bitter that I'm in my 30s.
Well, I mean, look, I'm in my 90s.
Nobody wants me. I'm washed up. I'm heading for the wall.
No, don't be stupid. Reminds me of that episode from The Office where they discuss whether Hilary Swank is hot. Well, she's not really, is she? I mean, there's not much discussion. I mean, what about Scarlett Johansson? I mean, she's still kind of got it, hasn't she?
Pull her up.
You see, every time I do this, it takes me about 10 minutes.
Yeah, but this is why you got to put yourself on my stream here.
Oh, mate, she's not looking great now, to be honest. Yeah. That's okay.
Who got Miss Universe? The Colombian girl. She's hot. Miss Universe from Colombia.
Which one's that? Is she current Miss Universe?
No, I think she was like last year, or the year before, or something like that. She was pretty hot.
Right. Well, Colombian women are very hot, anyway. Yeah. So Scarlett Johansson, she's still looking pretty good. What do you think about Margot Robbie?
Smash.
I think Margot Robbie, because she was getting some criticism, wasn't she, earlier in the year about the Barbie movie and is she too old to blah blah blah. But she's still looking pretty fucking good.
I mean, her as Harley Quinn definitely a smash. I have like a little Harley Quinn fetish. Ganja Queen. I am the Ganja Queen. Younger actresses are not known yet until they blow up later after making a hit movie. Facts.
That's true. That is very true.
I thought Miley Cyrus used to be pretty hot until she cut her hair off to look like a dude.
I don't like the haircut. I mean, she's kind of, the bodywork was all right, but yeah.
A haircut. Hilary Duff used to be cute too. I think so. I mean, like that's like another thing that we're gonna be talking about in the modules too, is bringing in a third. Like, how would you open trying to bring a third in to a woman that's never really done it before? Would you point out girls, be like, oh, how about that? How about that? How about that? If you knew she was already kind of into girls.
It might not be the worst. It might not be the worst thing, right? I mean, it might not be the worst way to start.
Point him out. How do you like that? Would you? How would you open?
He says, I'm from Canberra, Australia, and I need advice on how to keep an exciting conversation with girls. Well, really, you need to join the course for that, because we do talk about conversation stuff within the course.
We do, and you hear the feminine side of it too. And the cool thing is like we don't always agree on stuff, so it's like cool because we kind of like bump heads sometimes.
Yeah,
you're not going to agree with everything.
It's all right to have, because none of this stuff is not an exact science, so people are going to have different,
I just give their feminine perspective because obviously you men don't know what women really think, and that's why this course is great, because he thinks he knows everything how women think, and then he met me, and then he's like, oh shit, I don't think I know everything.
I don't know anything. Yeah, I didn't realize they were that fucking depraved. Reese Witherspoon used to be beautiful. She's older now. I mean, I never thought
she hit the wall.
She's got a bit of a 5 head, Reese Witherspoon. To be
yeah, your hairline recedes as you get older.
No, but even when she was young, I was, whatever. I mean, she's all right. Yeah, nothing's. I wouldn't have written home about it.
Let me see.
And my mum used to love those letters.
Am I trying to measure my forehead now?
I think Hollywood has abandoned the super hot actress to be more inclusive. Possibly, yeah, that might be true.
I think Hollywood's going down the drain, period.
The younger ones are more plain Janes with a little more talent. Yeah, I really need to hear it from a female. You think so differently to men. Well, but I mean, it's females that we're trying to captivate here. So it is helpful to hear a female's perspective on it. I mean, it's good. It's probably not radically different, but
me and him are on the same page about a lot of things, though. Believe it or not, there's just like a couple things where we kind of like, no, that's not what it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
But like sometimes I'm just like, bro, get out of my head. Like, stop. Like he'll text me some shit sometimes when we're building the course, and I'm just like, stop. I was gonna say that. Get out of my head. He likes to live in there sometimes.
Yeah, well, my head's not a good place to go unattended.
Yeah, I bet.
You need supervision.
I don't doubt that whatsoever. Yeah, I really need to hear from a female perspective. You think so differently to men. That is facts. Cruel Intentions, Legally Blonde, Sweet Home Alabama. That was a good one. Monsters vs. Aliens are my favorite Reese Witherspoon. The Bend and Snap.
Cruel Intentions is a great film.
I reckon so. 1,000. Do you guys have any more questions? What would Tiffany do moment? What would Troy do moment?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Cruel Intentions film.
I was gonna say, or anyone want to yell at Troy for fucking the stream up? I'm just kidding.
Selma Blair was hot in Cruel Intentions, but has MS now.
Ah, sucks.
Well, that's shit. What about Gossip Girl?
I never watched that.
So, you've got, what's her name? The one who played Serena. I used to think she was pretty hot.
I never watched it.
Both of them were quite hot, actually, because you had 2 girls in it. Like, I only know this because my ex used to watch it, but you've got Serena, who was played by... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Blake Lively. Blake Lively is quite hot. And then you've got the other one, who was called Blair, I think.
Oh, this guy has a really good question. Sydney, this girl has a really good question. How much do your genetics play a part in dating? Because I think I think they are. Oh my god, my eyes are so blurry. They are the be all at the enemy.
Are you talking about? He's probably talking about looks. I think. I imagine he's talking about looks. I mean, it's not the be all and end all as much as you think, because I've taught guys who are very good looking and they're not getting any action. I've taught guys who are less good looking, but their riz is better, their banter's better, they're getting more action. So it's not completely correlated. I mean, obviously, it's better to look good. I mean, the better you can look, that's obviously going to do you a favor. But it's not
fashion too, the way you dress.
Yeah, I mean, it's not this completely linear sort of like, oh, you're a 3, so you're only ever going to be able to get a 3 or downwards.
Look at him, for example. He has his shirt open. He's telling me I'm high value. You know, he's trying to shoot the Riz from across the pond, like skipping a rock across.
Yeah. Your looks and your height. Well, they're not the be all and end all. I mean, yes, obviously you want to try and look as good as you possibly can. So you want to make sure your fitness is on point. You want to make sure you're grooming, your fashion. She's yawning. Fucking hell, it's like 3 a.m. here. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
I smoked weed like on the camera before we went live.
So yeah, height. I mean, yeah. I mean, just go. People saw a thing the other day. Another thing about that operation where you go and get your legs broken so that you can be taller. I wouldn't do that, but I mean,
they actually have these shoes they're promoting on Instagram for guys that are kind of short, for the short kings, and it boosts your height a couple inches. Actually,
you can definitely, yeah. I mean, things like that. It's fine to do that, but no. I mean, it plays a part, obviously, but I don't think it's as central as people think it is.
Because they're shorter girls. You can go after them girls that are 3'11". They're out there. What do you want to feel like you're
so if us women were to be taught by other of you, is it 1-on-1 or 2-on-1 in a hotel room? Or, I mean, that could be arranged. I mean, you have to DM us privately for that. But
yeah, boot camp. Freaking Troy's gonna be tying me up and showing you how to.
Yeah, you have to email us, Troy@realtroyfrancis.com to discuss. But
he's handling all the emails. We divided our task evenly.
Yeah. But it's everything's possible.
I think that's like another thing that's so great doing this with you is just we divide it so evenly.
Exactly.
And it's like we work so seamlessly together.
I know. It's like poetry in motion.
See, he doesn't want to come to Miami and stuff. He's like, come to London. Now I have to go over there.
All right. Why don't girls like the Cheesecake Factory date?
I like Cheesecake Factory. But
Cheesecake Factory, is that a thing?
They have a pretty decent menu. I like the Cheesecake Factory.
What is it? Is it just a cheese place where they sell cheesecake?
It's like BJ's. It's like Applebee's.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a lobster and burger. To put it into the English terminology, because I have to translate it from America to England.
Yeah. So I'm 5'10". I just don't have good conversation skills. Do you think it's all down to practice, especially to hot girls? It is. A lot of it's down to practice.
Guys are 5'10". You got hope.
No, I'm not. He's saying he's not short.
It's not short, but good conversation with girls. I mean, yeah, you can talk to hot girls, but at the same time, you got to keep in mind, like, they might be a 304, or they're probably with someone that, they're probably cheating on, or they might be crazy, and that's why they're single.
Yeah, but the point he's making is he says his conversation skills aren't very good. So yeah, I mean, practice does help a lot. You have to kind of throw yourself in the deep end and put yourself into challenging social situations and just go for it.
Yeah, that builds confidence.
And this is why actually day game is a very good training ground, because even if your results from day game say that they're not that good, but you're forcing yourself into conversations with people and you're having to come up with things to say and keep the conversation going. And that's really, really good practice, really good training ground. So yeah, there's not really an easy way around it, unfortunately. It's just a question of going out there and just doing it, really. Well, I mean, there are some shortcuts actually, because you can do our course, and we're going to be teaching you more about conversation skills, and there are other books and things that I can recommend. But I mean, in general, yeah, it does come down to practice and actually doing it.
And I've been telling you guys too, just tell her that she's high value, guys. Could be lying about it, but it works.
Do you guys coach day game out in the streets? Well, yes. I mean, that would be part of if we did a boot camp, that would be part of it. I would teach some. Well, no. Well, I mean, it's
yeah.
All right. When you come on a boot camp with us, then we will teach day game. I've taught day game in LA. I've taught day game in Miami, of course, and also in New York as well. So, yeah, absolutely, that will be part of it. Yeah, for sure. Because it's a whole thing. It's like the approach. It's like the date. It's like how to bring it back to your place, and then what you do when you're getting down to it. So yeah, the approach is definitely part of it.
Or what did you say on Pearl's getting jiggy with it?
Hey?
You said getting jiggy with it.
Yeah. So basically, if you want more details, just drop me an email, Troy@realtroyfrancis.com.
Yeah, I get day game. I'm also gonna look at some places too. I'm trying to convince Troy to like call like a swingers club or like a swingers resort. Like, well, I'm gonna be calling them, but I really would like to call a swingers resort and like host something in one of their dungeons and everything, like a whole BDSM section and everything inside like the dungeons.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to scale it like that, but yeah, I really want to teach everything sex A to Z because I think it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
I feel like that's like my superpower taken from the industry. It made me a broken woman, but only in bed. Accountability. Gary says I have no accountability. I have nothing but accountability. Tiffany's having an epiphany. Gary said it in front of you, saying you're not taking any accountability.
Who said that?
Gary. He said that in front of your face to me when he was screaming at me.
Yeah.
Small PP energy. Let's see. He says eyes wide shut boot camps. Pretty much. In boot camp, does it help having a girl with you to look like you're pre-selected or doing all the approaches alone? I mean, like what are you talking about bringing your lady with you?
Could I bring my wife?
Yeah, bring your wife. If you're into that thing and you got a party of 3, like honestly, if I ever had a guy commit to me, I'll be the type of bitch that would bring 3 girls over and be like, "Happy birthday."
No, I mean most boot camps. Well, I mean, it depends who's running it, but I mean, a lot of boot camps are just guys. It's not. It shouldn't. You don't need. If we're talking about like day games specifically, it works best when it's one-on-one. Like you go up to a girl outside Starbucks. Hey, listen, I saw you look very cute. Don't normally do this. I want to say hi. It doesn't matter whether you're with a. It's probably better you're not with a woman because if you are with a woman, she's gonna. What the fuck's going on? Is that his girlfriend? Is that his wife? Like what? Why is
but if it's like the issue. But if you're bringing your wife and everything, like
no. I was just saying that as a joke. It's not that. I don't think he's married. I'm just. It's so no. I mean, like in some situation, like nightclub situation, maybe having women there.
Nightclub, yeah, but not going out during the day.
That can kind of help, but in day game, it doesn't. It's at best going to be neutral. It's not necessarily going to be this amazingly positive thing. It may even make it work, like kind of more difficult because the girls are like, "What the fuck? He's with a woman now. He's talking to me. What the fuck? This is kind of weird." So no, it's better. Day game is better when it looks very off the cuff and very just like, "Oh shit, I never normally do this, but you're really cute. I had to come and say hello." It's a very just authentic, off the cuff kind of casual thing.
Miami though is the capital of like couples picking up a girl though.
Where?
Miami.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised.
We might get some people that are kinky couples that are like, well, we're shy to approach people. How do we go bring a unicorn back? I think probably something we can be hosting maybe. That's a thing. That's a thing too.
Indeed, but we have to cater for it depends what people want. Who are who come.
I mean, we're obviously going to cater to the people, but we're definitely wide open and we don't judge.
Absolutely, definitely wide open.
Sure,
anyway, with all that being said, I need to go to bed because it's like fucking late. So, unless anyone's got any other questions or any comments, please put them in the chat. Magnetic Sexual Confidence is still open now. You've got about 20-ish hours still to join. So go and have a look at the page and make sure you sign up because it's going to be closed after tomorrow. And then that's it. And you're out. You're out on your ear.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're also going to be using a hypothetical like situations and scenarios if you guys have questions or whatever.
So does saying you don't normally approach makes you seem more inexperienced or more normal? Well, I mean, you don't have to use exactly that language, but I mean, you say something, I don't normally do this, but I've got to say you look very cute. Because although you don't want to look like you're some fucking thirsty hound dog who does this the whole fucking time. Yeah, I just, And also she wants to feel like it's a little bit special, like you've chosen her. It's not just you're chatting up every fucking woman who's there. So yeah, it's a good thing if you're confident and you show clearly you've got a bit of riz. She's probably not going to believe that you don't normally do it anyway, to be honest. Like girls will often say to me, "Oh, how often do you do this?" Or they think you're a player or whatever, right? So you can say I don't normally do this, but there's a little bit of a twinkle in the eye. There's underneath she kind of knows you probably do, but fuck it, whatever, right? But yeah, in general, you don't want to be saying, "Yeah, I always hit on random girls in the industry." Anyway, do you fancy it? Do you fancy seeing on my dick? You want to you got to make it seem a little bit special, like it's a little bit of a you've made a special effort because of her. I was thinking more of night game at clubs, but also does having VIP area in clubs help?
It depends what kind of woman you want to attract.
I mean, to be honest, the best clubs are clubs where you don't have any of that bullshit. There's no VIP. Like the best club we've gone to is the one in Colombia, where there's no fucking VIP. There's no like fancy shit like that. It's just a load of people dancing. You can just talk to anybody. There's not like sitting in a VIP and you've paid like 50 grand for a table and all that shit. It's not necessarily, I mean, unless you've got the riz, you're just going to end up losing a load of money and not getting any action anyway. Like there's plenty of times girls will go to the tables, get free drinks off whoever, and then they fuck off and they just go and fuck the guy behind the bar anyway, right? So no, I think those clubs with like VIP and all that kind of stuff, it's actually kind of works against game, to be honest. And this is why a lot of what I preach is actually day game, because you want to get away from all of that bullshit anyway. Like clubs there's pros and cons to day game and night game.
I think clubs are good for like if you meet a woman out at the club. I think it's one of those like your turn situations.
I mean, clubs are good because you've got a high concentration of attractive girls there normally, and also it's going to be more likely you might make something happen sort of that night or instantaneously from a club, perhaps. But they're also shit because you've got more competition because there's a load of guys charging around. You've got girls that the girls' shields tend to be up because they kind of know they're going to get hit on. So there's more of a default, like, oh, fuck off kind of attitude. Plus, they've had a few drinks as well. So, in the daytime, it's a little bit less so. So there's pros and cons to both. But somewhere with this kind of like super like hierarchical VIP kind of situation in a club is not particularly good necessarily. It's certainly not good if you're on the wrong side of the velvet rope. And if you're on the correct side of the velvet rope, but you spend a load of money, unless you've got game, you're probably going to end up with nothing anyway. And then you've just spent a load of money for nothing.
Or you go with someone that's friends with a DJ.
Yeah. Wouldn't night game be easy because girls are drunk and some on drugs? Well, I mean,
it's a liability, I think.
That's a liability. And also not necessarily because, as I said, their shields are higher because they know they expect it. They know they're going to get hit on.
It really is, especially if they're drinking. They're more like, oh my God, he's going to take advantage of me. You don't want to do that. No.
They're more like, they're more, the rejections are harsher because they're like, they don't care. They're just like, yeah, fuck off. And also their friends will cock block you as well. It's like, oh my God, we're on girls' night. Oh my God, this guy's so creepy. And all that sort of shit. And
I've been one of those girls.
Yeah. Clubs are good to take a young girl to impress her with your connections they bring on stage. It's difficult to meet a new girl. Well, I wouldn't bring a girl to a club unless you fucked her already, to be honest. Because the last thing you don't want to go on a date with a girl, take her to the club, and she ends up, getting fucked by the bouncer behind the.
You don't want to take her to the first date because I've taken a girl from a guy where she was on the first date and she went home with me and left her date. So the worst.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah,
she with a woman.
If you haven't, if you're not, it's a bit different if you're kind of seeing her or whatever. But if it's like you haven't slept together yet or it's early in the thing, you don't want to take it to a place where there's a fuck ton more competition. That's just
you don't want to take her there when Tiffany is there because Tiffany will steal your girl.
Exactly. I hate clubs, but I heard recently that I've heard recently that you may just enter the club, talk to girls, and bail out. I'm excited to try. What do you mean bail out? You talk to the girls, then you just leave?
What about festivals like Burning Man? No.
Nightmare, mate. Disaster.
No, that has like porter potties and really bad shower systems.
No,
Don't
but
don't.
not even that. Not even that. I mean, Burning Man you're in the fucking middle of the desert for 5 days. You can't go anywhere. You're surrounded by a load of people. Also, you've got very high value dudes there. You got some very high value, like Chad type finance bro dudes there who are probably going to be fucking all of the top girls anyway. You're just going to be walking around with your dick in your hand for 5 days,
And you're gonna be competing with Diplo.
Yeah, it's like keep it simple. Just go to the fucking mall. Go to the local Starbucks. Talk to the girl in the queue in the Starbucks. You like all of this kind of bollocks. It's
Go to the farmers market, the swap meet.
Exactly. Yeah, just leave after getting the contacts instead of staying and trying to guide to closing the club. Yes, you can do that. You can do that. You know, you can go to the club, you can talk to a few girls, you can get some phone numbers, and then you can just leave. Yeah, absolutely, you can do that. Bear in mind, those numbers may be flaky because the girl may have had a few drinks, and then later in the night she goes and fucks somebody else, and she forgets all about you. You know, she's drunk, whatever. She doesn't remember who you are the next day. So there, you know, it's not fail safe, but which
I've
again,
been with that girl in my early 20s. He speaks the truth.
yeah, which again is another argument for day game. But on the other hand, yes, you know, you can go to the club, you can have some conversations, get some phone numbers, and message them the next day, see what happens. You know, if she's like, yeah, you know, hey, it was cool meeting you. She's like, yeah, cool meeting you too. You know, it's like getting a number anywhere else. Yeah, you can get dates out of it definitely, but there can be a high flake rate for various reasons because clubs are a very, you know, volatile sort of environment. Like all of these things, like I say, there's pros and cons. Day game is good for some reasons. Can't help stare at Troy's chest. It's all right. Well, you know, if you join the course, Charlotte, we'll be delivering a lot more.
I know he's trying to. Like,
I just think the environment has a big part in pickup because it's more fun in clubs compared to approaching the day when they're at their job or shopping.
oh, while they're shopping, that's why you go there.
Well, you're bringing the entertaining thing should be she meets you or she meets some mysterious stranger who seems a little bit sexy, who's got a bit of riz, and she's like, oh, okay, all right, this guy, you know, I was having a bit of a boring morning shopping, and then this guy just came up and talked to me, and I got a little tingle in my what do you call it? In my poom poom, you know? That's what you know, I got a little sprinkle in my dinkle, you know?
I'm sorry, you sound so funny with your accent when you say poom poom.
Yeah, I got a little shiver in my quiver.
I loved it.
You know, that's meant to be the exciting thing. And it can be like that. You know, you meet somebody in a fairly mundane situation, and you know, there's that good vibe between you. There's a strong eye contact. There's that kind of flirtatious undercurrent. And it's like, okay, that was cool. You know, she's like, I want to see that dude again. That's it, you know. Whereas in the club, you're competing against. You know, she's like, oh my god, Avicii's on. Oh wow, you know, or like some other the club can actually work against you because you've got to be more entertaining than everything else around you. So the bar's actually higher, arguably. You know, I mean, again, like I've said it a few times. There are pros and cons to both. You know, but it seems like some of you guys are almost arguing, "Oh, clubs are better," but they're not. Because try going to a fucking club and just, you know, see what happens. I mean,
she's under the influence too, and then there's the other guys that are dressed nice. So if she sees the guys dressed nicer than you, looks better than you, go after that guy.
He says, what are the chances of getting laid during the day versus night at a nightclub? Well, okay, so that is an advantage for clubs because, yes, I said this just now. There's a greater chance, if you're talking about getting laid there and then on that day, there is probably a greater chance from a nightclub. So yes, that I'll give you that one. That's true. But if you think, oh, I'll just go to the club then because it's fucking easy. Well, why aren't you doing that now? Why are you watching this channel? If it was that straightforward, everyone would just be doing that, right? I mean, it isn't because clubs are a very high competition environment. That girls there's a lot of competition. Girls are drunk. They're sometimes with their friends. They're not in the mood to go home with somebody anyway. There's a lot of fucking things working against you in that environment. So if it was just as easy as, yeah, just go to the club, bro, then everyone would just be doing that. and we'd be out of a job.
Wow. Yeah, but still, a lot of people don't know a lot about sex and stuff and kink. We still got one. We still got one.
Although, you know, I've pulled. I mean, I've met girls in the daytime and ended up having sex with them the same day. I mean, it happens. It's doable. It's less likely because she's probably on her way to, you know, work or to get her shoes fixed or, you know, whatever. But I mean, but it's not impossible. I mean, but is that really the end game anyway? I mean, the main thing is you meet people who are attractive. I'm not so bothered. Like, oh, we slept together 3 hours later. That's not so much the fucking thing, really. I mean, it's more like you're going out, you're meeting new people, you're getting contacts, and of those, you're probably taking some of them on dates, and then some of those are coming through, right? It's you know. And as Knight and Bishop says, clubs aren't easy until you're really experienced. And this guy says, I'm watching to hear what Tiffany says. All right, fuck you, Iowa. I won't speak then. I'll just sit here and say nothing then. Will that make you happy?
What do you want my opinion on with like clubs and what the? What did he say on here? I want to hear what Tiffany says. Okay, let's go back on what he was saying now. But what is he talking about though?
Everything.
So I don't think clubs are a good place for a first date.
No, but it's a good place to pull, you know, to meet women.
I mean, it depends because it's like most women that you meet in a club, it's more for a short-term fling. Like it's not something you can build like a lasting thing with, or you know, it might be a short-term fuck buddy, and then all of a sudden some other guy pulls her into a relationship. Women think like on a survival thing, you know, they make references on podcasts about like, you know, when in old times when the tribes or whatever used to fight with each other and they kill out all the men and leave the women living, you know, the women are going to move on to the next mate and do the mate switching shit. So it's like the same thing like with the whole club thing. And you meet someone there, you know. Those are the type of girls that are like, you know, hypergamous and they're going to be looking for the better option. Those are the type of girls you meet at the club.
The club's not an easy environment. And
it's really not. I mean, I can tell you that because I've been in the clubs for almost 15 years. Like, I've seen a lot of stuff, especially from the little table I usually sit at and stuff. I see a lot of shit.
So Charlotte says, perhaps you and Troy could make a film show production company for works that have sexual exploration in them. Yeah.
Wait, so you're saying that me and Troy should go pick up chicks together or what?
Dates are expensive though. What if you keep on spending money and not getting laid? Well, look, I mean, it's kind of funny because sometimes on Twitter, you know, I use the term dating a lot. I'll be like, oh yeah, you know, in the dating, blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes you'll get some wise guy who comes on. He's like, yeah, man, who goes dating these days? And it's like, you know, dating's for fucking pussies. Just fuck them and move on. And it's like, well, generally speaking, all right, generally speaking, even if it's a one night stand, even if it's a very, very base level, you guys going to hook up, you're probably still going to have to go for a drink with her at least. You know, you're probably going to have to like go take her for it. So when I say a date, I'm not. You shouldn't be spending a lot of money on dates. You shouldn't be spending a lot of money. You should be buying a drink, maybe a couple of drinks max. Okay, which is not a huge amount of money. You shouldn't be taking her out for a big meal. You shouldn't be spending hundreds of thousands of, you know, hundreds of dollars or whatever. It should be relatively, you know, you go for a couple of drinks, you're giving her the riz, you're getting to know her. Then you're like, hey, listen, why don't we, you know, my place is over there. Why don't we go back and chill for a bit? Okay. After about 1.5 drinks. If she's not down for that, you're like, okay, fine. Well, look, I've got to be up early for work, but let's meet again next week or something like that. And then you repeat the process. It's not about spending a fuckload of money. Okay. And also, you should be screening the girls that you meet anyway, because when you're in the initial approach, you are presenting as a guy with magnetic sexual confidence. Join the course now. So that is naturally repelling girls who aren't down for that. And it's attracting girls who are more open to you. So the dates that you're going on, I'm not saying you're going to sleep with every girl that you go on a date with, because obviously you're not, but you should be screening for those girls who are high interest. Okay. So if she's out on the date with you, it's there's a decent chance that she's going to want to come home with you. Not guaranteed, but there's a reasonable chance. Okay, because if you're doing game in sort of nice guy mode, and she's like, oh, well, come along and see what this guy's like, and I'm going to go on 15 dates with him and string him along. You want to eliminate those women early on in the process. Okay, when you're approaching in a more sexualized kind of way, then those girls are going to reject you off the bat anyway. So the ones that come through are by definition the ones who are more amenable to you. Okay, and those are more likely to end up in an intimate scenario with you. All right, so it shouldn't be about spending a fuckload of money, and you should be screening the girls you go on dates with anyway, so you're getting the high interest ones out on dates.
Take her to Chipotle,
Exactly.
McDonald's.
No, don't even take it. Don't even do that, because you don't really want to go for food on the first date. You know, just go for a fucking drink. I met a girl at gas stations I later smashed, but that's real advanced. Yeah, gas station game, man.
Get that petrol game on.
Yeah, your process is flawed somewhere. Get a one-on-one with Troy. It does sound like there's something going a bit wrong there. What are the chances of getting laid after a date at the Cheesecake Factory? 74.5%.
I'll say 80.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, again, I would say, but try and keep it simple. Try and just
got really good cocktails.
Do they do cocktails at the Cheesecake Factory?
They do cocktails. They also make virgin cocktails too. I've had a number of Bloody Marys there.
Hookup culture is real.
Yep. Download Tinder. Couples that try to pull on a third are interesting. Usually they are unattractive. Actually, no, I know a lot of people that are really hot couples. Come to Miami. There's a lot of hot couples.
The top latest one, was it more like less than $40? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Exactly. Hookup culture is real, and that would mean it's the clubs where it's happening, or could it be dating apps? It's dating apps. If hookup culture is happening, it's dating. I mean, look, man. Do you ever leave the fucking house? I mean, what are you talking about, bro? I mean, like, clubs are. Have you been to a club? Do you know? I mean, like, clubs are not super easy places. Yes, you can meet women there. Yes, people get laid there, but clubbing is less of a thing than it used to be. I mean, like, a load of the clubs in London have closed down now. You know, club culture is less of a fucking, and what you're left with is
and London used to be the mecca of that.
Yeah, now what you're left with is these stupid fucking bougie venues where, you know, the guy's got to pay $2,000 minimum, you know, or fucking $10,000 for a table or something, and doesn't get laid anyway. I mean, like, just go to a few clubs and try it, see how you get on. But it's not easy. I mean, yes, of course things happen in clubs. Yes, people have one night stands, get laid, but most people these days are meeting on dating apps, to be honest. If you want to circumvent the dating apps, which most guys do, because to be honest, the 80% of dudes aren't getting any fucking action on them either, then approaching in a variety of situations is the best way forward, which is, you know, we recommend day game. The reason day game became such a big thing was because people were sick to the fucking back teeth of clubs, because everyone knows that clubs are hard and they're fucking bullshit. And a lot of guys don't like clubs anyway. So there's no accident that day game became a thing. It's because clubs are a fucking ball ache, and aren't particularly effective for guys a lot of the time anyway. So, you know, I mean, personally, I like doing a bit of both. I'll do some clubs, I'll do some day game, I've used the apps in my time as well. Whatever, you know, it doesn't really matter where you're getting the leads from, as long as the leads are coming through. But you seem to be just like pushing this narrative that clubs are like the fucking golden mecca, and they're really not.
I don't particularly don't like dudes at clubs.
Clubbing is mostly dead in LA after COVID.
Yeah, that's why I came to Miami.
I've been clubbing a lot, no real results. Okay, but I didn't really try, so I can't say if it works. But I've seen it works a lot at 4 a.m. people leaving with girls. Well, what can I say, man? I mean, you've got to fucking step up to the plate then and start approaching these girls and making it work for you.
You know what? I had an interesting way for a guy to approach.
Just one brief note. That's a good point. Like, yes, you can, but I mean, one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of clubs these days is because if it's about getting laid, I don't really want to be out till 4 a.m. every night. Or I mean, and in Europe, the clubs are open even later sometimes. You know, you're talking 6 or 7. You got to hang around till 6 or 7 to maybe pull some fucking skank back who's sweaty and fucked up on pills. I mean, it's for me, it's not a great lifestyle choice. So because that's the other thing. Because yes, you can pull from clubs, but often what you have to do is wait right until the end when she's leaving.
You know, too, I think a great way to pick up people, like, dude, go get a dog. Go get a freaking dog. Go to the dog park. There's a bunch of people there that like pick up girls at the dog park. Like, I have a buddy that has a dog and he freaking gets all these girls' number at the dog park and stuff. Go get a fucking dog. Get to the dog park. Get your ass out. Get some exercise. Bitches love poochies.
Yeah, I mean there is that, the dog pill. Some girls are paid to go to the club by the promoter and just yeah, exactly. At clubs, you have to fight off a woman's cock blockers, the excessive noise. Make sure you don't talk to women that have their husbands. Girls get bombarded with attention and it fatigues them. Exactly.
In Miami, the husband might want to watch.
So, Knight and Bishop says, I got good at dealing with women at clubs, but it took me nearly a decade to really streamline my process and make it effective. So I used to do a load of night game years ago, back in the day, back in Manchester. When I was going clubbing a lot, and that was where my first sort of introduction into game it was all like nightclubs and some bars, but nightclubs basically. And I was getting results. I mean, I was getting quite good at it, I suppose. And then for years afterwards, coming to London and in places like Ibiza and stuff like that, it was all about nightclubs for me. I moved away from nightclubs in the end because, frankly, you get a bit fucking old for that nonsense. And secondly, that it's hard work. I mean, yes, you can get results, but you have to be very thick-skinned. You have to be prepared to put up with a lot of rejection. You have to be prepared for very late nights because often, even if you meet a girl who's into you at say 2 a.m. and the club isn't closing till 5, well, what do you do then? Do you stand with her and try and make guard for 3 hours? Really awkward with all her friends there? Or do you fuck off and then maybe she goes and fucks some other dude?
You were at the club with me until 4 a.m. with all my friends there.
Yeah, but I didn't have any choice, so she'd lock me in the fucking VIP room. I mean, Myron from Fresh and Fit. You
wanted to be there.
Myron from Fresh and Fit, he used to talk about doing night game. And he said that to get a one-night stand in Miami, so to get a girl to come back with him that night in Miami, he would approach up to 40 girls in order to get a one-night stand, in order to pull a girl back that night. So that's not to say that he had no interest from the other girls. He probably did, but they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm only in town for 2 days," or "I'll take my number," or I'm going home with my friends tonight, whatever. To actually get a girl to fuck him that night, he would sometimes have to do 40, sometimes more approaches. So that's the kind of volume we're talking about, if you want to make it work, particularly in these kind of quite tough environments like somewhere like Miami, or probably Vegas as well. You talk about get 40 rejected, talking to 40 birds and getting blown out 40 times every night in fucking Miami. Is that really what you want to do? I mean, again, no shame. I mean, yeah, on the plus side, absolutely. And there's low hanging fruit in clubs as well, but it's not this fucking kind of nirvana. Aren't Miami clubs open till 10 a.m. in the morning? No, I don't think they are.
Not all Miami clubs. I mean, Miami Music Week, it's a different story. The club's 24/7 in Miami during Miami Music Week.
Yeah, but most of the time they're not.
No. They close at like 6. I don't know. My best friend, he sometimes he plays until the club kicks him out.
Yeah, but but that's a. I mean, but like say nights like that, where people are there more for the music. I mean, that as well are probably not an ideal pickup kind of environment either. Really.
Yeah, I don't think clubs are a good idea. I don't know. I've had dudes approach me walking my dog at dog parks. I got a date with a firefighter that saw me walking past the fire station when I broke my finger, actually.
Oh, there you go.
Because he saw me crack it back into place. Like, I literally set my finger back in place as it was like hanging over to the side and everything. It was really disgusting. And he just like watched me crack it back into place. He's like, "Oh my God, are you okay? That's one of the hottest things I've ever seen. I'd love to take you on a date. I know you're in a lot of pain and walking to the hospital. It's like right there, but can I get your number?" Literally, you can get a girl like anywhere, like, and it's better to go outside the club because you can actually hear them and not scream and be like, "What's your name?" I said, "My name is this." Not worth it.
Yeah. Because yeah, I don't know. Like I say, pros and cons to both.
We should go on YouTube at probably 4:30 tomorrow.
Well, I don't know because we're actually doing the webinars, aren't we? So
we might be able
to
to
do a last ditch attempt to.
Yeah, our last ditch attempt.
Okay. What is your favorite place to cold approach? Well, I think actually one of the best environments is when any place where there's like a bar scene, where there's like outdoor, there's bars and there's people, but like in the summertime when people are standing outside and maybe it's getting towards evening, those kind of environments I think are really good. Like in London, in Soho, it's a bit like that. Where it's about 6 or 7 o'clock at night. It's a warm day. People are standing around outside in the street. They're having drinks and stuff like that. It's kind of an informal environment. It's like a halfway house between night game and day game because it's kind of daytime. It's kind of outside still, but people are in a social kind of mood. I think that is really good. Or like an after work kind of a scene where people are hanging around having drinks somewhere. That kind of vibe I think is good. Where it's a semi-social thing, but you're not in some fucking crazy banging venue. So yeah, I think that sort of environment, whatever city you're in, is pretty good.
Holy shit, this is such a long live.
I know. We need to finish.
We're at 9, 10, 11. Been on live for 2 hours. Damn.
I know, ridiculous.
That was a good run.
Absolutely.
We punished Troy, guys. Good job.
I'm not getting up tomorrow.
Yeah. We also killed him. He tried to drag his ass on Pearl.
Okay, guys. So look, Magnetic Sexual Confidence open now. Link is in the description. We'll stick the link in the chat again. So make sure you join. And we'll be back tomorrow at some point.
We'll be back tomorrow, guys. Our final ditch. No, we're still gonna do live together because I have fun doing lives with you. They're fun.
Well, you might.
What? I might what?
You might have fun.
Oh, you don't have fun?
So Magnetic Sexual Confidence. So join us there. That's the link. And oh, Jesus Christ, the questions keep coming. Here's a great question for you. Why do you think the leaders of the old guard, like Roosh V, haven't re-emerged after Kevin Samuels went? Well, because Roosh V became a Christian anyway. Roosh V became like an Orthodox fucking born-again Christian. So I don't think that's anything to do with Kevin Samuels. I think that was just, he had a change of direction. He was getting a lot of heat anyway.
So really, joint.
Yeah. What about other guys? Well, I don't know. Which guys are we talking about? I think people just have a natural lifespan. Talking about this stuff, and then they kind of stop. I mean, Tom Torreira. I mean, it depends who you're talking about, really. But I'm not sure that the death of Kevin Samuels prevents it. I don't know. Discourage people from talking about dating and stuff. I don't really know. I mean, if anything, it's the other way around, isn't it? Because I mean, shows have got bigger now. You got Fresh and Fit, you got Pearl, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, we need to go now because I need to go to bed. So I'll see you guys again. We'll see you tomorrow, and have a good one. Bye-bye.